even during the lockdown. So 20 minutes of time, $155-ish of profit. What's up, brothers and sisters? Today we are continuing the fucking mission to make cash money so that way you can escape and get your ass out of a fucking cult, whether you're Mormon, Jehovah's Witness, ex-Scientologist, Seventh-day Adventist, whatever the fuck. If you haven't seen last week's video where I go over kind of A to Z of how to escape the Jehovah's Witnesses, watch that first and then come back here. You are most likely in a situation where you don't have a lot of money, because these cults, what they do is they financially corner people. Like everything that they have done, saying that God must be first and your educational pursuits must be later, because it's kind of pointless. We need to put God first in his mission of saving everybody. Also not a healthy mentality of making you Captain Save-A-Ho, which will fuck you over in your future life. Everyone's excuse in the beginning of escaping is like, I don't have any money. How the fuck do I get out? Not to worry, I'm here to show you step by step over the next bunch of videos, however many I make. They're going to be more focused on making money to get the fuck out. There's no more excuses. If you go on YouTube and you Google how to make money, there's ways to do it if you just Google it. I get it. It can be overwhelming, especially depending on how controlling your parents are. There's actually a couple of examples that I would like to point out. One girl that I know who's also an XJW, her name's Anna, and I'm putting you on blast right now. She does, holy shit, I had the light in the way for the last 5 minutes, but fuck it, we're here to make money and it's the message that's important. Two examples. Anna, she runs a TikTok called Brat's Whore, and shit, this bitch is incredible. She's got fucking 20,000 followers on Instagram and TikTok, and what she does is she goes to thrifting places, Goodwills, recycling clothing stores, which do exist. Like there's a lot of really good brands in some of these stores, and if you just like the whole retro 90s vibe that's back right now, you can go and get shit that's really good quality. Goes and gets these brands, and anyone can educate themselves on what's popping right now by going on YouTube and just looking up style videos for a few hours, and then resells them on Depop, just like that. And there's other resellers, there's other guys and girls that do this all the fucking time. I do this casually from time to time with clothing that I have in my wardrobe. I'm a big fan of certain brands that keep their value, or even stuff that's vintage and comes back, or whatever you're into right now or was into 5, 10, 15 years ago probably has some value, because there's other people that are just like you that like that kind of shit. So she goes out, finds those items, lists them on Depop, takes the pictures, sends them out. She can do that, I think at the fucking age of 19. She was making quite a few G's a month. I don't want to say exactly how much because I don't know, but she was making quite a few G's a month to like move and live on her own. So go follow her and like her shit. I'll have her stuff linked down below. The second kid who proved that this is completely possible because you don't need a lot of money, and this is the example that we're going to be kind of based off today, because if you go out and thrifting, you do need at least a couple $100s to spend to turn that into double that or thousands of dollars. I think any creative or all hustlers who want to do their own stuff and be self-employed and build their own businesses, especially creatives. If you haven't heard of Gary Vee, I highly recommend you go follow his shit. A lot of my advice is inspired by what he has to say. A Russian immigrant who turned a liquor store that him and his dad bought from a $6 million a year business to being online, and one of the first online businesses and first on YouTube, to $6 million a year to $60 million a year. Money is very important when you get out. We're taught that money doesn't have monetary value, to put God's mission first, but give your money to the church. But when you get out in the real life, you actually do need to provide for yourself. And my whole goal is to get people out so they can get a nice spot and afford therapy and begin unfucking themselves as soon as possible. Well, make sure to smash that like button. It helps the YouTube algorithm. And if you guys share this out, this message needs to get out, because there's a lot of escape videos, but no one's jumping in the nitty-gritty details of how to make that money, to get that cash, to get the fuck out. Smash that like button, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that shit. Really helps out, and helps out my channel and me. Austyn, at the age of 16, got super inspired by Gary Vee and his garage selling videos, where he took out $200 and he turned that into like $2,500. Yes, you heard me right, this shit is real. And he went out and started learning about eBay reselling. eBay does take a few weeks to get your account set up and verified with a bank account, so the money doesn't come back right away if you're new on Amazon or eBay. It does take a few weeks. I think with eBay it can be 3 to 4 weeks. Amazon can be more like 4 to 6 weeks, but it's worth it. Get started sooner so that way you can get that money back. So you can start rolling that investment over and over and doubling that ball of money each time it comes in. And it takes time and consistency and patience, but you're going to be quickly, even as a teenager or a young adult, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, in 6 months time, probably sooner, you can double your investment and have a nice way of making side cash or full-time money. Pursue your passions and start unfucking yourself. Anyway, I'm going all over the place. Austyn made $100,000 in his first year of eBay and Amazon reselling. He's 16. There's no fucking excuse. He's 17 now, and in 2020, which was just last year, made $200,000. Most fucking adults don't see that kind of money in their entire fucking life in 1 year. It just doesn't fucking happen. So that's why I take reselling very seriously. I myself am currently an Amazon reseller, and we'll be going into that in more detail. I've got some guides that I might come out with because there's a lot of red tape to do things Amazon's way and follow Amazon's rules, but by doing it as an experienced seller and being able to provide myself, I'm actually getting my own apartment for myself for the first time very soon because now I can't afford it because of taking this seriously. And I don't even work that hard. I work less hard in this day job and hustle than I did when I was working for some of the biggest companies in the world. Like my previous jobs were Microsoft, Apple, and I worked for the state of California. All worked way harder for a lot less money. Although some of the benefits are nice. The stock options with Apple were shouty, those were nice. So that's fucking crazy. I'm on my way to be making good bank in the next year. My goal is definitely to hit 100K in my first year of, probably first year and a half of selling on Amazon. That's a crazy hustle goal. And basically what he did was he set aside Austyn, who's fucking 17 now, several days a week that were dedicated to reselling. So one day he'd go out and do books, which is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do a baby version of that in the vlog. Anyone can do that. If you go on your phone and go to the App Store and download the Amazon Seller app and create an account, I would do a separate email, separate Gmail, separate passwords, keep all that shit separate from your daily life, especially if you're in a cult, you wanna keep that committed to your memory and not let your parents know what you're doing. Or you can show it off to them and tell them you're saving up for that next missionary trip because you're gonna have to lie. You're gonna have to use that spiritual warfare mindset of lying to protect and save yourself because you are the only one that's gonna get your ass out of your situation. No one's gonna come along and rescue you unless they're a sugar daddy, and you don't want that. What we're gonna do is we're gonna hit up some Dollar Trees, some dollar stores, some 99-cent stores today. Those are pretty much universally everywhere, especially in the United States. At most you're gonna spend on a book is 99 cents or $1. And we're gonna look at the resale values. I'm gonna show you live as I hit some of these places up on my day off and go see what the value is for some of these books. So I've got some other errands I've got to run today because it is my day off, a vlogging day. I'm gonna go out and spend more time showing you how to do this, and we're gonna see how much money you can make of 99-cent spots. I haven't done this in a while, so I have no idea how this is gonna turn out. We're gonna figure this the fuck out as it happens. Make sure to subscribe, smash that like button. It helps the YouTube algorithm. Share the fuck out this video because the community needs to see this. I don't think anyone else is talking about this, so we can fast forward your journey and getting the fuck out. It is Saturday morning, like 10-ish a.m. Besides the couple of errands that I gotta do, I'm gonna go hang out with some friends tonight. We're gonna hit up 99-cent store and Dollar Tree discount stores in the morning. This is, like I said earlier, I have no fucking clue what the fuck I'm gonna find, so this could be a total bust. But even if it is, because some trips, you know, as an Amazon reseller and shit like that, some trips, you can kind of see me. So, oh fuck, it blew my eye. Some trips are a bust, and some trips you end up like buying hella shit because you're like, oh my god, I can turn this $100 into $500 or this $400 into $1,000. This is real money. Yes, it requires some humbling. I think a lot of people just aren't humble enough to go, okay, I need to fucking do this for myself and for my future. A lot of people are like, oh, I want to be a filmmaker. I can't go outside and fucking do that shit. That's humiliating for me to not want to do that. But it requires some humbling. Here's my car. Apparently, I was so high last night I got Chick-fil-A. I don't even remember that shit. This music. Alright, so I've been in the Dollar Tree for a couple of minutes. I'm going to scan these books. This is a tiny book section. There's not a lot here. But we're going to see what we have. We can make some money. This looks good, as well as this and some of the other books. I don't know. We'll find out. Alright, so this one ended up being a score. It's $1.99 at the dollar store, but it's selling for $15 to $18, even $20 on Amazon. So I'm gonna take all of these. So I've been here for a total of maybe 15-20 minutes, and I've scanned through all the books. Not a lot, it's kind of expected, but I got lucky right off the bat. I got 18 of these books, which are gonna be $5 profit, and then this one would be like 4 or 5. So for 15 minutes of work, minus me having to find this aisle and take a piss. So anyone can do this shit. Get out there and hustle, motherfuckers. All right, all that was from about maybe 30 minutes because I had to stand in line forever, but I got all these fucking books to show you guys. It's gonna be probably, hopefully I'm in focus, hopefully same day. So if I drive another 5 or 10 minutes to another 99-cent store, I have found personally that Dollar Trees don't have as good of books. Books come from Target. And if you buy them for 99 cents to $2, and you can sell them for $15 to $20 and take the profits, because Amazon's got to get their cut, and then you get your cut. That's what you guys kind of, they split the profits kind of, sort of, depending on the item. And not all items are worth it. If the rank is good enough or low enough. Shit, what am I doing? If the rank is low enough, plus I just met a cute little Latina inside the 99-cent store, so you never know who you're gonna meet too. Okay, so I'm back in my apartment, and wasn't a bad single trip to the 99-cent store on my day off. Probably an hour total time. So it's about 10 to 15 minutes from my apartment to the closest 99-cent store. I had to take a leak when I got there, and I had to find the aisle with the books, which was, in this particular 99-cent store, was really tiny. And I found these books. I scanned all of them. The more you do this, the more you're going to notice which books you can kind of skip over, and which books just look more expensive or might be more expensive, although you should scan new things every once in a while because you never know what's going to be worth it. This is the book. It's $1.99, a little expensive for a 99-cent store. This retails for $26.99 in Canada and $19.99 in the United States. So it's a cookbook by some lady, and it's gluten vegan free, so something I'm definitely not interested in. And then this book, which is Adele, a novel, best-selling author by some lady. So when you're out looking for things, it doesn't really matter what you're looking for. If I could go into a sex shop and buy a bunch of dildos for $5 and resell them for $60, I'd do it. I don't really give a fuck. I'm terrible at math, so let's do this calculator thing. At $1.99 for 19 books, that is $38 my cost, right? That's my cost of goods sold. There's only 3 or 4 other FBA sellers. So FBA means fulfillment by Amazon. And when you're sitting, in this particular case, I'm not even looking at eBay, but because I have an Amazon account that's free, and Amazon started as a book company, books are easy to sell as long as their rank is under 1 million. Anything over 1 million, you're gonna be sitting on that shit for a while. My cost of goods was $37.81. Amazon takes a cut too. They basically split the profits with you, so that splits that down, and that's where the hustle comes in. You gotta just do this, repeat, 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 repeat. You don't really know what you're gonna come across in discount stores all the time, so a lot of resellers dedicate 1, 2, or 3 days a week, solid days, 6-hour days, 8-hour days, or 10-hour days, going out and just scanning with that Amazon seller app. Books are the easiest because Amazon started as a book company. Clothing is ungated in almost everything. Ungating is a term that resellers, I think, have coined together, where certain categories are gated. You can't just jump in there and sell every single Xbox game or every single PlayStation game, or you can't just jump in there and sell every single brand like Crest, Colgate, or every brand of everything ever. And the reason why Amazon does this is because back in the day when they first started doing it, there was a lot of people that were selling counterfeit shit, sending in damaged units and then not giving returns. So there's a lot of rules and regulations, and when you learn them, it took me about a month to learn them, and you never stop learning, but there was a month learning curve just to get started and just to get ungated in a few brands to make my money back in a week. My first week on Amazon, in 8 days, I made $2,000. I'm gonna have to find that screenshot and post it somewhere, but that was crazy amounts of money for me. The only things that combat that is if you become a hoe, a sugar baby, or a prostitute, which is not an interest in my book, or microblading, which is another thing that you still have to work up to and get certified. Microblading is pretty fucking crazy. Without a college degree, you can get certified and be making $500 to $1,000 a session, which is usually about an hour. And if you book 2 or 3 of those in a day, That's a lot of money. Like even me, I'm like, damn, if that's a job and that's money's money, I might look into that too. Amazon app, which is free. Scan the barcode. Okay, so this barcode that's been covered up, that's someone else's barcode, but I can scan the cover of it because Amazon has image detection for items, and there it comes up. Sales rank is a little bit higher than those. It's at 481,000, so that's almost $500,000. It was 99 cents for the book, and if I send it in fulfilled by Amazon, and I sell it for $11.99, I'm looking at almost $5 profit. It is generally widely accepted in the reseller community, the hustler community for this, that you want to make as close to $5 or more profit per item. Now I know that can be a bit of a bummer. Like when you transition from selling, books, which have a very low buy-in and a higher profit margin, or if you start garage selling or looking at free items and free book loads from Craigslist, the profits are much higher. However, things can sell faster and quicker for quicker turnaround, quick cash, if you focus on brand new items, which is where retail arbitrage comes through. There's a bunch of channels that I recommend that you should take a look at, because I'm not the only one that's speaking about this, but I will be releasing some guides at some point, because there's a lot of rules and regulations you need to be aware about. My thing is like, just be ethical. Don't do some shady shit, try to cheat people and assume all customers are evil for what it would cost you to fix a small situation as a lesson learned, or maybe an item doesn't show up at someone's house. Just fix it. It is your responsibility to cover it, and good ratings on Amazon to have a good rated store, because if you have a bad rated store, you can be taken off of Amazon and banned, and you don't want that, because that means you have to start all over, and your investments for all your hard work, blood, sweat, tears, and money and time that you put into that are for nothing. So just be ethical, and that shit won't happen to you. You won't have anything to worry about. So out of that $300, what is our take home? And obviously, like, this book is in good condition. There isn't any like major tears or rips. It's in really good condition. I can clearly tell that this was probably at Target too. Oh wow, okay, Amazon FBA, it changes daily too. So earlier it was selling for $14.99, now it's selling for $19.79 from another FBA seller. So when you buy shit from Amazon, unless it says Amazon.com, you're supporting a small business owner like me. So not everything from Amazon is from Amazon. They fund and give back to the community, to people like me who work hard and split the profits with us. So not everything is going towards Jeff Bezos or previous Jeff Bezos. Although I do think that they have the money and they should treat their workers well. I really hope that they treat them better, because they have some warehouses that open up in Northern California where I live. The workers there are not treated well at all. But so it makes my profit goes up higher, because originally I was trying to get $15.90, but let's say $19.78, $19.78 so that jumps my profit to $8 per book. The fees with Amazon are $9.67, so it's a little bit higher, probably because there's a package shipping fee that they have to go one by one. But let's say $8.12 times 19 is $154.28 profit. So I spent 20 minutes in a 99-cent store, and I'm going to send this shit in. Yes, there's a little bit of extra work, but what you do as a reseller is you hit store after store after store after store, discount store after discount store, or clearance rack after clearance rack in Walmart, Target, Big Lots, 99-cent store, grocery outlet. And if you do that for an 8 to 10 hour day, you could literally have thousands of dollars of profit, provided you have enough to cover the cost of goods very quickly in a day. And if you're willing to put in the effort and to drive around to these spots, because you never know what they always have. Some of them you make connections and make friends, and you give out like coffee, Starbucks coffee cards, and people will hold items for you, so you can make a full-time living, which is what I have done and transitioned into while I use that money for the YouTube channel and for my own filmmaking production company, which you'll be coming along the journey as I make all those mistakes and figure that the fuck out, even during the lockdown. So 20 minutes of time, $155-ish of profit. I live in a mid-sized city. There's about 2 million people here. Small cities that are attached. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 12 99-cent stores in my area. Not every town is going to have that. Small towns may have only 1 or 2. Like where I grew up was a very small town, and I think we had 2 99-cent stores. So 12, let's just say $100 per store, that 8 of those stores actually have the goods and the other ones are just kind of a wash. We can't find anything, or they've been picked over by another FBA seller. And $100 times 8 is $800. That's $800 of potential profit in a day. Just hypothesizing, if you were to go around, unlike me, like I've got errands to do and I've got a friend I'm going to hang out with tonight. But if I was on a typical reselling day, that's actually not bad even for me. Like I would go out, I would do that. I would hit up every 99-cent store in my area, because I'm I'm there to make money, especially when you're trying to escape from a cult that's got you by the throat. A lot of times these cults make it so you can't make money, so that way you're reliant on them, so that you're staying and you're in this psychological warfare with your parents, the religion, and God, which it shouldn't be that way. If you're at this point and you're watching this video, you're probably PMO, physically in, mentally out, and you're ready to go. So making $800, that could be put towards a deposit, that could be put towards your first month's rent, that could be put towards a U-Haul, and then some, bills, utilities, dinner for, you know, your newfound friends at work and school or online, or a combination of all three that help you move. Or if you don't have any friends and you need help moving, you might want to look up movers, because if you you know, put aside 3, 6, or 12 months or more of just hustling and saving, using that spiritual warfare mindset of lying to the Jehovah's Witnesses or Mormons or whatever it is, that you're saving for your spiritual future, for, you know, towards your next used car that's better, or your missionary trip that you want to save up for, and you need to make 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 grand, however long it takes you, you can hire movers, which are on average, depending on your city, they're on average about $80 to $100 an hour. And if they come with 2 guys and a huge truck usually, so that's even an attraction option for me. If I didn't have any friends, like when I first moved, I had one friend who had a truck, and I bought him lunch and I paid for his gas. So you got to do what you got to do to get the fuck out. There's no reason for staying in the mind game of psychological JW, spiritual, mental, and emotional warfare. There's no reason for doing that. Brothers and sisters, again, smash that like button. It really helps out the YouTube algorithm in putting this video out. The more people that like it, comment, share it, YouTube recognizes that as this is a channel and a YouTube video that needs to get around, and this message needs to get out. So I'm going to be talking about this quite a bit moving forward, and showing you how you can make more and more profits. If you're an XJW and freedom is worth it, which you are working towards, and you can get one of these, they ship in blank envelopes with just your name. I don't even put my name on it, just in case someone knows who I am. Your sticker on the inside of the package says thank you. My website in the link below. Go order yours, because your freedom is worth it, and so is the hustle. Brothers and sisters, I will see you in the next video.